Hello, everyone, and welcome to 11-Foot Pole, a tale of high adventure. My name is Glenn, and I will be the referee for this session. Joining me around the table, joining me around the table is Darren,
We playing Karis the Hunter.
Matt.
I'm playing Veritan, the Elven Hunter.
Good Lord, Matt, are you 2 inches away from your camera? Good heavens!
Yes.
Okay.
No, I just have a big head.
Y'all decided to play like this today.
And JP.
AP playing Thorgus Runemane, the most beloved character in this campaign, Dwarven Warrior Contractor. Well, that's what
All
the
right.
fans say anyway.
The fan.
So today is the 17th of Siswald. You guys are up in Hex 0707 on the shores of Lake Longmere. You have discovered the abandoned shrine of Saint Gallant, and but that's right. I left out. Neroth is dead to us. Canceled at the last minute. The most reprehensible way to miss game day is to cancel at the last minute. So hopefully he will get his just rewards in the form of gum disease.
I might not point out that he used an excuse that has already been used on this show with a mother or mother-in-law's birthday or something.
Oh man,
Yeah.
He could have been more original. So.
Right. I mean,
Impolite and unoriginal. That's rough.
Yeah, definitely. So, but you guys also, in that same hex, encountered near death.
Near death?
Yeah.
In the form of a woodwose who was protecting this sort of gold crown with these antlers sticking up on either side. And you guys recovered that crown, found out that it was worth big experience points. And that's where we left off. You guys haven't made it back to town or cashed that in or anything. So I have a whole page of corrections from last time. I'm hoping I can do better this week. Let's just go through these very, very quickly. First of all, you remember the Boggins that you killed before you befriended the boss Boggin, and
Yes.
So when you kill a Boggin, he just turns into a pile of like seaweed and lake filth, lake silt from the bottom of the lake. Don't know if that'll become important later, but it is canon, and you definitely would have noticed that when you were stone cold murdering them a couple weeks ago. Also,
They murdered our halfling first.
they did.
They started it.
They did.
It was not an unprovoked attack.
They thought that was a snack situation. They just thought it was like stealing the Twinkies out of another kid's lunchbox. They didn't know you were going to take it personally. Also, worth noticing, the reason that Neroth did not get a good sleep last night, he woke up in the middle of the night, and he's tossing and turning and everything else, and he realized that the skull was quietly mumbling all night long. Veranath katu tash nachiel undabar tanithadu Horabil Tahanach. And so, he tried to push it further into the backpack, and he tried to, wrap it in some cloth or maybe set his backpack kind of out towards the trees a little bit. But the skull is now constantly mumbling to itself. Matt, your nose fell off this morning. Your regular nose is underneath there, and it's just like got like sunburned skin all around it, where it's all flaky and stuff like that. And so your nose is all like raw and red, but it's your normal nose underneath there. And Neroth, the same thing. His skin is mostly better now.
Mostly, but not completely, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing.
That means somewhere Sir Dieter's third eye just fell off.
Yeah, probably. And he his skin is like down to where now it's healing and turning back to normal and not stinking so bad. Today's episode is brought to you by Diet Mountain Dew, the drink of choice of gamers since there you go since 1973 probably. The guy who did the comics in the back of Dragon magazine had this thing where there was this ritual you did over your dice, and you poured over the dice Mountain Dew, then beer, and then coffee, which symbolizes the 3 stages of the gamer's life. I just even when I was in the Mountain Dew stage, I thought that was great. I'm definitely in the coffee stage now. All right. So you guys are here by the lake. You found out what these tentacles are supposed to be last time. Apparently, they're supposed to be big chook. You found out from Lawrence, the squid fisherman. So, how many doses of nobbled mandrake root have you recovered so far? And do you even care now that you got the crown?
I have 8.
8.
Okay. So, I assume you guys are going to try to scurry back to town so you can level up?
We have sufficiently cleansed that shrine?
No. You know where the shrine is, but you have not restored it. You don't know how to.
Oh, I'm sorry. The cave behind the waterfall was not the shrine. Sorry. Mix those up in my head.
Yeah. So you guys might want to tell an official in the church about that shrine and maybe come back out here and cleanse it for an additional side quest thing. But you can't do anything with it right now.
I don't see any reason not to go back and see if we can cash in the leaves and the helmet. Do you guys?
No, I'm good with that.
All right. Darren and Matt, did you not get the irony that this is Indy and this is Fort Wayne?
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, well, this is kind of the bigger town, and this is the little town up here. And it's northeast. I was like, wait a minute. This seems vaguely familiar. All right. So it's the beginning of the day. So by the end of the day, let's see. Darren, why don't you roll us a D12 there?
12.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you didn't roll a 1.
Random
so,
encounter, I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah. You didn't roll a 1, so you don't encounter an encounter along the way. You guys go past Lawrence's fishing spot, and he's out there casting his nets and everything. He waves at you guys. I assume you wave back. Thorgus, you're not going
to. I'd like to ask if he has any more squid.
Oh, it's. Wait, I got to get back into his voice. Oh well, it's practically first thing in the morning, sir. I haven't got any cats yet. Did you enjoy the ones you purchased from me yesterday?
We had them. They were delicious. To me, they were. I boiled them. Some people fry them. Some people, as you say, put them in the chowder. I boiled them, and I found them very delightful.
Ladies of the lake, boil 'em, fry 'em, stick 'em in a chowder. That's right, sir. Very good, sir. But yes, well, be careful getting back to town. Make sure you don't roll a 1 on a random encounter. You should be fine. Hope to see you again, good sirs. What'd you say the name of your group was again?
We're still waiting. We're still waiting for a fan to give us a name.
Oh, fans, can't you do the fellas a favor and make a comment on this video on YouTube and give them some idea what their group's name should be? They've got to come up with something near as good as the Fearless Four. Although there's only 3 of them now, so... What's this guy's name again, JP? Your
Guy's
foreman?
name.
Your foreman?
Oh, that's
Dankin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dankin's like, I think it should be something to do with 5 now, don't you think?
4.5. 4.5.
Oh,
4.5. 4.5.
oh, I'm at least as tall as Naroth. I mean, you could put the 2 of us in a trench coat and we could pass for a talling. All right. So the next thing you know, all right, we're back on the air. We're back recording. So you guys make it back to Lankshorn, and I assume you head straight to the inn, right?
All right.
Yes.
All right. And as soon as you cross the loading screen into the town, that 10,000 gold piece value crown you're awarded experience points, right? So there's 5 of you. So everybody gets 2,000 experience points.
Almost put me to level 3.
Darn close.
All right. I'm going to pause the
Then
recording
not
again.
to sound cheap, but we didn't get experience points for the boggins at some point.
All right. Does anybody need to roll hit points for a new level?
Yep. I do.
100 away from level 3.
2d6.
Oh, you don't roll another. Don't roll 2d6. You just add it.
No,
roll one more, right?
Yeah, you get one more. It's confusing the way they have it on the chart. So your total hit points are now 2d6, right? You already had one,
okay.
so you get another one.
Okay, so I just roll 1. Okay.
Yep.
Your con, if you get a con bonus.
I got a 4.
All
so
right.
Ooh.
I've got 10 total now, right? Because I had a 6 the first. I had 6
Yeah,
before.
Do you have a
You have a
constitution
con
bonus?
No, because I'm at a 9 on Constitution.
Okay.
Hey, Lynn or somebody else, I had Thorgus with 4 hit points. He's still
Okay.
at 4 hit points. No healing or anything when you sleep.
I don't think so.
Well, we would have
I think
slept after refighted on before we made back for the town, right?
You don't get hit points back when you sleep.
you get one hit
Only-
point
the only
back
way
when
to
you
get-
slip. You get one hit point back when you sleep. You guys did not sleep before you came back to town because you rested, and in the morning is when you spotted the woodwose thing.
We slept in town before
Okay.
we went back out, so I would have had 1 hit point back. So
Okay.
I'm just down 1 hit point.
Okay. Did you get your hit point for leveling up, or did you level up last time?
I just rolled, yeah.
Okay. And more importantly, Matt, you get to pick a second first level spell.
Oh.
You have light, and
Yep.
now you get to pick a second one.
I'll have to
Where's
pull
Luke?
up.
All right, so you guys
Take
find yourselves
hits.
you guys find yourselves back at the Hornstoats Rest, the high gabled wooden building with overhanging eaves and many-hued lacquered panels. The wide round door topped with a goat skull welcomes travelers and merrymakers. You're there in the common room, and of course Marjorie. Yeah, Marjorie. So you would get there like right before about dinner time, and of course Marjorie, like she always does, just brings you guys out whatever soup she thinks is right for you. Veritan, you get the spicy creamed corn. This kind of a creamed corn with some peppers in it and stuff. And Karis and Thorgus, you guys get the beef stew.
No, no, no.
What do you mean? No,
Know
no,
what
no.
Thorgus gets. Know
What
what
does Thor-
Thorgus gets.
What does Thorgus want?
The squid chowder.
We don't have no squid chowder today. I'm sorry, Mr. Thorgus. We'll have some on tap for tomorrow. But you'll love this beef stew. Trust me.
Gals.
And
you just brought it to town. They haven't had time to cook it yet.
and she brings Naroth chili that gives him the runs. So with all that in mind, this crown, gentlemen, as you were approaching town, where is this crown bestowed? Is it on Naroth's head? Is it wrapped up in a blanket in the back of someone's backpack? Is it on the donkey? Where is this thing bestowed as you guys return to town?
Well, I don't think we want to show it to everybody, so it's probably assumed wrapped in a blanket.
In
On the
Daryl's
donkey.
backpack, right?
It's in whose backpack?
I was just saying Daryl's backpack, right?
The crown, the skull is wearing it. Yeah.
So crowded in there. That feels like a bad idea to put it on the skull. That feels like unnecessarily putting ourselves in peril.
I mean,
But he
I don't
did.
know how
Daryl
big-
did grab it off the wall, so he probably is still holding on to it, right?
Okay, so
Would it fit in his backpack, Glenn?
yeah, I mean, it would be perilously close to the haunted, cursed skull. But if you guys are okay with that, I mean, it's-
Yeah, I just think that doesn't feel good putting an object of immense power next to the skull, does it?
oh, so
No, I don't
does
think
somebody
so.
else put it in their backpack?
I mean, that's a loaded question, isn't it? I can just feel it.
It feels like one, yes.
As I get ready to
Hell-
roll a d6 to decide
I was
your
gonna say
fate.
roll a d. Just put it, yeah. Let's leave it up to fate, shall we?
Well, no, I just need to know if it's in the same backpack. Then fate will decide if it ends up on the head of the
Of the skull.
skull.
I'll put it in my backpack. I'll put the helmet in my backpack.
Advise against that. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are back in town. you have a quest to turn in at the apothecariist, but when you reach the Hornstoats Inn and you're eating your soup, these three random halflings walk up to you, right? And you don't. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a lady. I think one of them was a lady, actually. No, that doesn't work. Let's try this. These three random halflings walk up to you and start striking up a conversation with you. And at first, you don't recognize them. They are the recovered mutant baboon people that were being held by the mutagenic ogre. They have been nursed back to health by the town's priest. And this is Cornelius, Zaius, and Landon. Their fourth friend didn't make it back through the forest. They took a wrong turn and they went to this creepy. They went to this creepy clearing and they put their blood on a gravestone.
Tombstone.
Yeah. Well, if only you had been there to warn them. But this is Landon, Cornelius, and Zaius. I believe I remember their voices were something like this. A little bit of the Lollipop Guild, but they're also British, it turns out. So Cornelius comes forward as the spokesman for the group and wants to hear all about your adventures. As you can see, we made it back relatively unscathed from the hole in the oak. There's only 3 of us left in the Hairfoot Heroes. We're known as the Hairfoot Heroes because adventuring groups have names. I'm Cornelius, as I'm sure you remember, and this is Zaius and Landon. May we join you for a day drinking mug of ale?
Absolutely.
Of course.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, gentlemen. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So they climb up onto these little stools and they're drinking with you guys. I assume Dankin. What's Dankin's demeanor, JP? Does he make fast friends with them since they're halflings, or is he?
I don't know that he knows him since my crew is from out of town. So I'd say he would warm up to him pretty quick, though. Just
Okay.
careful.
All right. All right. So they're making conversation with you guys. Holy hand ingredients. They tell you about the quest that they have learned about, the Maid of the Moors. So the mayor of the town is called the Burkmaster. That would be this fine fellow. He's looking to hire adventurers. South of town, on the road to High Hankel, there is an area that has been haunted by a noon wraith. And he has posted a 500 gold piece bounty to any who can exorcise the evil spirit. We're thinking about going down there. Also, Darren and Matt both roll a d20 and will tell you the other rumors that we have gathered here in Lankshorn.
7.
13.
We believe that Jeremy, the bladesmith here in town, although he keeps it quiet, may be able to produce magic swords. Swords with some kind of. Oh, crap. A magical smithcraft taught to him by the fairies. And what was the other one?
Which one was that? Was that 7 or
That was
13?
7.
13, I
13?
think, right, Darren?
Yeah.
Roll again. That one sucks.
Go ahead, Darren.
Right. 11.
Roll again.
That one sucks worse.
Well,
Why does JP not get the roll?
just because I still have resentment towards you from the other game. It's just carryover resentment. 11 is basically they've heard that the apothecary has mind-altering substances,
Yeah, okay.
and roots and stuff, which you already know. 5?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is Zaius talking. He looks around before he talks. I've heard that the burial mounds in the woods to the southeast were originally built by the folk of the ancient King Horath, who would inter honored warriors in woodland graves. There could be all kinds of awesome weapons that were interred there. I guess that hex is not on your maps. But yeah, it's kind of southwest of Lankshorn. There's this old burial ground that they're thinking about robbing. So due south is the Noon Wraiths. Southwest is the old burial mounds. And then here in town is the blacksmith. So, do you tell the Hairfoot heroes about the crown?
Dorgus would not say anything. Dorgus is tight-lipped.
We're going to have to look to find somebody to basically sell it to, right?
Right.
Glenn?
You can't ask me.
Or I'm sorry. I mean, our options are we either sell it, or you said we've got to find a sage who can explain what it is.
Right. Yes. It's definitely a magic item. It's definitely got an important history, but you guys don't know what it is. So you're either going to have to find like a wizard or a sage that can identify it. Well, I mean, in order to sell it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can we ask the halflings if they know of anybody that we need to? We found something in our adventure that we need to get a sage to take a look at. And if they know anybody we can talk to.
Well, the rumor is that Lord Griffiths Malbleet, the local Fearbolg lord, is very knowledgeable in matters of lore and spellcraft. Supposedly, he has a huge library of ancient books. He might be a good.
He's the giant dude we went up to the castle to see, right?
Yes. Ironically, he hired you to go find a book full of ancient lore. So, ancient lore seems to be his thing. Word has it. Other than that, the Hairfoot heroes don't know of any other nearby wizards. Of course, you could head down to Indianapolis and try to find somebody from the Ortis League, somebody who's like a professional wizard.
I guess there's a Glenn, there's a decent chance that none only we know this is a magic item, but if we discovered what it could do, it could be useful for us, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Depending on what the curse is.
Yeah. More
know.
useful than a talking skull in our backpack.
So, do we have to go back to his castle, or does he happen to have a place in town, an office in town?
Um,
So you have a storefront here in town where
Brick and mortar,
ironically, I think
brick
he
and mortar
does.
outlet. A nice map.
The
And I gotta step away
church,
for a
the
second.
market square,
Okay.
man of
Okay.
gold. Nope.
Uh-uh.
I thought it was an
Nope.
ambitious question.
I mean, his
Uh,
Redwaith Manor is in the very next hex over, so
It's not that far. Okay.
yeah. Oh Lord, what? Why do you people have to turn off your cameras? Here, let's try this. That's just weird.
So Matt, would you guess if we talk to the bladesmith, he's just going to send us on a quest for the ingredients he needs to make our magic swords?
I would guess. Yeah.
What? What? That doesn't sound like my jam. I don't know about all that.
We got kind of
we gotta remember we're
three things.
with the world's okayest.
Wow. I am the world's okayest GM. Yeah.
I mean, if it was an exceptional GM, we might have more options, but
Wow. Your options are dwindling the more you talk. It's funny.
So we got to do a couple things, Matt. Right? Is one, we want to resupply a little bit of the supplies that we exhausted in the side quest.
Healing potions, things like that. Definitely.
Especially the healing potions. Yeah.
We're gonna take that in near us. Now, yeah. That Neros will be happy to pay for.
I've only got 3 hit points right now, so I need to take a few as we buy them.
even when you leveled, your level points would have been added to that, right?
I don't know.
Yes, when you level up, you get those hit points at that time. So it increases your maximum, but you're also allowed to get those.
So I'm at 7, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. You could also go visit the priest, and he could maybe heal you up some.
Well,
the priest in town.
Okay, it's the apothecary that we went and got the mandrake.
Yeah, we have to cash those in too.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go over to him.
So we can, while we're there, we'll get our healing potions.
Nope, the healing potions come from the priest.
Oh.
He's got the herbs that heal you a little.
Yeah. He's got like the healing herbs and stuff. Well.
Okay. Well, why don't we?
The Hairfoot Heroes. The Hairfoot Heroes suggest that if you're looking to hire any more hirelings before your next adventure, maybe an arrangement could be come to. If you're looking to hire any hirelings, just something to keep in the back of your mind.
Right. I mean, the only drawback to selling the crown that I can think of is we currently already have how many iron boxes or large boxes full of gold sitting around
at this exact moment we don't need money per se. Yeah. No, I don't think we should sell it until we find out what it does.
Right.
And if it's cursed, we move it on. If it's a +4 magic helm that gives us protection, we keep it.
Let's go to the priest and get our healing potions and things. We'll sell the mandrake to the apothecary and get those out of our possession.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go find out what the crown does. We'll head up to.
I'll be gosh darned if I don't remember what the apothecary's voice sounded like. But it sounds like this now, gentlemen. Those of you who are binging.
Okay, we don't remember either.
Those of you who are binging our program can leave a comment talking about how close or far away I am from the original voice. Oh, back so soon, gentlemen. Let me see the quality of your mandrake root. You dump your backpacks out in front of him.
Yep.
Yep.
This
Saddlebag,
isn't
but
nobbled
yeah.
mandrake root. This is twisted mandrake root. No. Yeah, so he looks it over. He gives you a fair price, what he promised. So add that to your gold reserves somewhere, unless you want to carry it around. Maybe you could carry it with you over to the church. The problem is when you get to the church, I think you completely bought him out of healing potions like just yesterday, right? Or the day
Like
before
yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
surprise, 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 he hasn't managed to mass produce 15 potions of healing. He's got one more. Stay a while, and I do remember his voice. However, I'm very sure he sounds like Deckard Cain. Sounds like this. Oh, I'm glad to see your snaz is recovering there, Sir Elf.
Thank you. Me too.
Just adjust this a little bit. Did JP say he was like leaving, or just stepping away?
He just said he had to step away. I don't think he's leaving.
Okay, all right. Could be
I
a
don't think we've
could
done
be a
anything he would be cool with so far.
could be a home invasion kind of situation here in Tennessee. We just
Probably wouldn't turn his camera off for that, but yeah.
yeah, fill him full of lead and then get back to gaming. Yes, I have one healing potion I can sell you, which, as you know, is 200 gold pieces.
Right.
Who's buying that one?
I'll buy it.
They're
Since
off.
I'm the one that
No,
needed
they're
it.
off that heat. Oh, you need.
Well, I'm buying it so I can carry it.
Well, wait. Hey, could he, Matt? You may buy it, but I bet the priest, if he doesn't have the potions, he might be able to do like a cure light wounds or something on you.
Oh yes, I can cast a spell on you to heal your injuries.
That'd be great. Here's some gold for you. Whatever. Tell me what you want.
Uh,
Okay.
What kind
Well,
of
you're not
donation
allowed to
do you
host.
need?
full screen. Hold on. Do this. All right. A donation of 25 gold should cover it. No problem there, son. So were you one of the ones that was almost? Yeah, you were almost dead, right? Again.
Yeah. My healing brought me back to 3, and then up to 7 with my new hit dice.
Right.
No,
So he heals you up to full, and remember he's the one with the bedside manner is he just grabs your head and turns it this way and kind of a little indelicate in the bedside manner department, and he's just son. The secret is when you see the monster's claws coming at you, kind of dodge roll out of the way. See, it's,
Good advice.
parry doesn't work so well on the monsters, but the whole time that you're dodge rolling, you're basically invincible to damage. So try that next time.
dive.
Say what?
Dodge, duck, dive. Dodge, duck, dive, and dodge, right?
No, just keep
Parry,
hitting
thrust.
the dodge roll button until the attack is over, and then you get in
Oh,
there
oh.
and start wailing on them. Well, I could tell
Fergus
you.
prefers the duck goose method.
Oh well, it might be different for dwarves. You obviously showed great skill in this fight. You don't seem to have taken any damage at all in the fight against the woodwose. Obviously, you showed considerable skill there, Sir Dwarf.
You. Don't have a recollection of what you're speaking of, but thank you.
Ah, yes, great skill. Oh, my brother Neroth, you're looking not so good either. You took quite a beating there. I've got a little healing left for you here, just a little cantrip version. Should speed the healing process. Again, I cannot stress it enough. When the monster does this, and it's about to come get you, that's when you dodge out of the way. So, you guys have decided your quest log is full, right? There's many a quest that you could go on now. You definitely want to hire some more retainers to serve as cannon fodder. JP, did you roll up stats for Dankin?
No, I knew I was forgetting something, but I can do that. I'll do it while we're continuing.
Okay.
Did we decide we definitely want to hire more retainers? I don't know that.
Well.
I think that depends. I think that depends a lot on which quest we take, doesn't it, guys?
Actually, Thorgus was going to see if he could find or locate Varla, Barbarian.
Yes.
From episode 1. It was Varla.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why don't you roll a d6? If you get a 1, she's back in town.
3, she's somewhere else.
Yes, they're starting over at the Hornstadt's Rest. They're starting to get a little worried about old Varla. She went out with a band of mushroom seekers, and she hasn't come back. She was hired to guard these mushroom foragers, and none have returned. So could be the beasts of the forest may have gotten her.
That's unfortunate.
But there's plenty of Hairfoot heroes waiting to be hired. But for now, you guys are going to head back up north. Well, it would have to be the next day. So mark another hit point of healing there, Thorgus. And the next morning, you're going to head back up. Oh, this is the feast of Saint Goodenough. Goodenoughh. Today, the 18th of Simeswald, is the feast of Saint Goodenough. As the world's okayest DM, I can definitely. I feel like I should be honored on this day. I feel like I should get a free cup of coffee on the
Only if
feast of Saint
you have
Goodenough.
to wear your shirt. You have to wear your shirt in to get the free cup of coffee.
I have to wear my shirt and get
10% off. 10% off at your meal at Denny's.
There you go. Back to Redwaith. So that morning you head back up to Redwaith Manor. Won't this be interesting? The door is answered by the Castellan. As you may remember, the unnamed adventuring group, plus a new member, and you, sir, are... JP, you can do Dankin's voice.
Dankin, got Dankin's last name, but...
He's like Madonna, just the one name.
They just call me Dankin.
I will inform his lordship that you have arrived. He takes you to that same waiting room. And a few minutes go by. I'm going to do Lord Griffius's voice a little different. But after about 20 minutes of waiting, he comes into the parlor. Greetings, adventurers. I am glad to see that you have returned. You have already procured my book for me?
Sorry, sir, but no, on the way to look at your book, we got embroiled in a couple of other conflicts, and we've ended up with an item. We wonder if you might help us be able to determine what it is.
Ah, I am quite knowledgeable about magic items. Let's have a look.
All right, pull out the helmet and let him take a look.
It's a crown.
Okay, sorry.
I'm only telling you because you just said helmet a couple times. I just want to make sure we didn't get confused. Wait a minute. The deep. I'm going to pause our.
Did you look into that mesh?
Yeah, no, I haven't yet, but I may need to.
How
All right.
far are you away from your router? Sorry, never mind.
Back on air. He does not immediately recognize it. I do not immediately recognize it, but I would be willing to do some research. It seems a very interesting piece. I believe
It's
it
probably
is.
in the magical tome. It's probably in the magical tome we got to go find yet.
Oh. He gives a dignified chuckle when you say that. He's like, well, of course, it couldn't hurt to have the Tome of Ash and Splinter, or whatever I called it. Yes, perhaps if you can return that book from the Dragon's Hoard, I can identify your crown. And he smiles. But in earnest.
Now it's the Dragon Horde.
Already said that there was a
Cinder.
already said there was a Linorm up there. Already bought the miniature.
The first step.
I already bought the miniature for it. I'm gonna work on it here when I get done with Orcus. Yeah, leave it with me, and I will look into the matter. You give him the crown.
I think we can trust him.
Okay.
Seems a good option.
All
We're
right.
gonna carry it around with him.
All right. So Naroth is trying to roll his constitution or less, even in town, to get a good night's sleep because of this mumbling skull. Ooh, he rolled a 16. He still did not get a good night's sleep last night, even though you guys were in the inn. He's starting to wonder if he shouldn't get rid of this skull, and yet there's something inside of him just won't let him part with it. But he does say, I don't know, I'm going to try to talk like Jason. What do you guys think about taking a quest up north so maybe we can run by the hole in the oak and I can chuck this skull back in there like I promised to do?
We already had another quest waiting for us.
We got a whole log of quests going on right now. We have like 5 quests. There's the Noon Wraiths, there's the Holy Hand, there's the
At some
Incandescent
point, we need to
Grottos.
start crossing quests off the list.
Correct.
Yeah.
Orgus
we all
will not be
turned
able to
into-
remember what's going on.
Yeah. This is what you get when you. So I don't talk like that at all. There's no reason to say that Bill Shatner would talk like that. The thing is, in a sandbox campaign, you're going to have a lot of quests. Now, I can't do Shatner without going to, what's his
Walken?
name? Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
There's going to be a lot of quests that you're going to go on. and you get to pick which one you want. That's what makes it a sandbox. Okay, so from now on, my impression of Neroth is going to be my walk-in impression.
I want to go for the tome, guys. What do you think?
Do you want to go towards the dragons?
Oh, that's right. That's where the dragon's at, isn't it?
Yeah.
Need to be a
If
light
we had
level
enough-
5 for Dragon
If we
Quest.
had enough followers, I mean, you guys are high enough level for that quest. I'm just going to tell you right now. That is not over leveled for you. What was the quest that the Fearless 4 was going on? That one is over leveled for you. That one is still in red with a skull next to it in your quest log. But the incandescent
Maid of the
grottos.
Moors?
Say what?
The Maid of the Moors is over leveled.
No. The Fearless 4, not the halflings.
Oh no. Oh, the
Droon Lodge. Yeah, they were going up to the Droon
yeah.
Lodge. That one is too high level for you. All the rest of these are within your. If you play smart, they're within your level.
Well, I'm 0 for 2 for staying alive so far.
The one note I would have, Matt. One note I would have if you want to go after the dragons is they particularly pointed out that there's poison there, so we may need to go back to the apothecary and get some kind of antidote or something before we dive into that one. But I'm not adverse to it if you want to give it a shot. I think it could be fun. It's better than going to find the statue's hand where he's going to pay us like nothing.
Yeah.
Again, there's experience points involved. It's not just about the gold. Completing that quest has a XP reward in and of itself.
No,
Right.
okay.
All right, so
About
Yeah.
5 and halved.
what'd you say?
Divided by 5 and then halved.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm up for. Let's go to the Redwaith Manor quest, the Book of Ash and Cinder.
And maybe on the way back, we could run by the incandescent grottos and drop off my skull. It is in the adjacent hex. I mean, it's the very next hex over.
That works.
Okay.
All right. So the way you would do that is you're at Redwaith Manor now. You would go back up towards Lake Longmere and maybe ask your buddy Lawrence if he knows the where the entrance to the incandescent grottos are. Okay?
Okay. Can we go by the apothecary and see if we can get some? He
yeah.
talks about particularly there being fungi and poison fungi.
Yes.
Full of crystals.
Buying stuff in Lankshorn page. All right, let's see. Wards vampires. Warns of poisons in liquids. So you're looking for Ofterich. Grants a save versus poison against botanical poisons. It is uncommon, which means there's a 3 in 6 chance of him having it. And he does. He has 1 whole dose.
Well, let's buy that.
And that's 60
For
gold.
Everyone else's knowledge, Thorgus got some Lankswith, which cures common ailments. Also some Knob, which recovers 1 hit point overnight. We've got that inventory.
Cool.
Okay.
Wrote it down, Glenn.
Is it in your backpack?
Not yet, because we were traveling.
Okay. Did you roll to see? Did you just decide he had those things, or did you roll the? Was this last
common,
time?
So it says it said common's always available.
Okay. All right. Look at you. Yeah. One of the things I had to talk to Jason about was he said he had a silver mace last time, but like you have to order silver weapons from the blacksmith and he has to make them for you. Like he only had silver daggers. I think Jason overlooked that part and just bought himself a silver mace.
Hey, Glenn, before we roll for Neroth's next good night's sleep, I do have that lily white. So we'll do that. We want to add that +2 to his roll next time.
Okay, let's see what he gets. Oh, there you go. That's probably less than his constitution. All right, so he manages to get a good night's sleep. And then on the 19th, you guys are going to head out to the grottos.
One quick question. I've been thinking about getting a longbow instead of a short bow.
All right.
I couldn't find the damage difference for that.
There may not be one. It may just be range.
I don't think there is a difference.
Okay, then
Longbow is a
maybe that was it,
D6.
Yeah, so it's a short.
Short bow's a
then,
D6.
yeah, then I don't know that it's worth worrying about right now. I don't know. I'm trying to pick things off from miles away.
Well, rules as written,
Or
at least in my copy of Gavin Norman's old
Okay.
school essentials, the short bow has the melee quality. So apparently you can only use a short bow in melee.
Stab that you load the spear.
Oh no, that's short sword. Okay, that's short sword. My mistake. I was like, Gavin,
Like,
get it together,
like,
man.
I'm not like I don't think I even understand what that means.
Well, I assumed it was just a misprint, but it was actually me misreading it. All right, so JP, are you going to hire Dankin for this epic dungeon delve? I want to let you guys know the Incandescent Grottos is a pretty big adventure. You're gonna want to have some henchmen with you.
I will ask Dankin, and with the understanding that he may be a little leery, so you can give me some negatives, rolls, or the odds a little.
No, I mean he's still your henchman. He's
Okay. And I will ask him if he thinks there are any more back at the site that may want to join us. Any more of his crew back at the site that may want to join us.
Are there any other NPC options then besides the halflings in town?
What do you have against halflings?
Well, I mean, they're trying to see if there's anybody who had any spell casting or any other
first of all,
abilities.
now that Dankin is first level, he wants to negotiate for a half share of the treasure
Share.
from the Incandescent Grottos. Yeah, a half
We'll give you
share.
half
like
of the half
50,
to share.
like 50%, or like
No,
0.5.
half of a share. So
Oh,
yeah, a half share, not a full share. So you wouldn't divide it. However you do
You
it.
divide by 4.5. You divide it by
I
4.5.
understand.
Right? Or no?
Yeah.
I don't know how
well,
you
you
do
figure
that.
out what the shares are.
You divide
and
by
then he gets half
9.
of that.
You divide by 9. Each of you guys gets 2 share, and he gets 1. Right?
It was my understanding that there would be no math in this campaign.
Yeah.
So St. Gary was an actuary, like he was an insurance actuary. Yeah, so there's math, JP. There's math. Just, I mean,
So
yeah.
he was a numbers nerd.
Yeah.
Everywhere. There's math freaking everywhere.
Oh yeah. So what's the number of followers you can have there, JP?
That would be
How do we figure that out?
Tainer's is 3, based on your charisma.
Based on your charisma. JP, I'm going to say there's a 2 in 6 chance that there are other employees at the work site who might be interested in becoming adventurers. There are two other people that he can think of that might be interested in becoming hirelings, since the job is on hold.
Just
Are
don't
those
tell him about
likely to
the
be
other guy.
skilled than the half-foot guys, the hairy feet guys?
You cut out so bad I couldn't understand what you said, Darren.
I said, are those likely to be any more skilled than the hairy feet guys?
No. JP just likes having people from his work crew instead of people that you rescued. He just likes the meta narrative of it being a bunch of construction workers. In fact, you guys could be
Are there any other?
You guys could be called the contractors as your group name. That would be, if you saw The Last of Us, the contractor.
We can be called.
Sure, yeah.
We can be called Thorgus's crew.
Could be.
That's very attractive. Yeah, very attractive.
Or just
Are there any other NPCs, or how do we check for that to see if there's anybody else who might want to go with us?
There are currently no other NPCs for hire in Lankshorn other than the Hairfoot heroes. So we're running up against time here. If you are watching us on YouTube, please give us a like. Please give us a comment. Doesn't matter what it is. Any kind of comment makes the algorithm show that you're engaged. And a like and a subscribe would be great for us. We appreciate it. And you can catch us back here next time on 11 Foot Pole.